What's up, guys? It's a spent man coming to you from the beautiful North Country. Today, we're gonna do a little mid-July evening stroll through the farm and homestead. Gonna give a little farm tour and show everyone what is up. And first things first, right here, check it out. We got the best raspberries ever here, and this variety came with the property. I have no idea what it is, but it's the best ever. So good that the bears get in here and trample it, rummage around, and all the birds and chickens and all the animals want these raspberries. Our customers love the raspberries. I love the raspberries. I'm going to be dropping a video about how we freeze and preserve our raspberries, how we load up the freezer with the best raspberries ever pretty soon. Keep an eye out, but we're gonna move along here a little bit. And right up here we have our beans, which we just got to trellising. And the beans are actually a really good example of plant intelligence. And it takes a certain amount of human intelligence to understand plant intelligence, because when we talk about plant intelligence, we're not trying to compare plants to humans or anything like that. We just want to show the subtle ways in which plants are intelligent. And when the beans are ready for their trellises, you put in the trellises, hang the sisal twine, and the plants know. They start to recognize the stakes and the trellising and the twine, and they start to grow towards it. So we just put the stake in a little bit, and it's already growing around. The beans already growing around it. So beans are a good way to understand and demonstrate plant intelligence. If you had a bean plant that was growing like in a bush format, and then you put a stake next to it, it's gonna recognize the stake, send out a runner, and spin around it. So plants are intelligent. Like this right here, you can see I put this T-post in yesterday, and these bean plants noticed it was there and wrapped right around it. So plants are intelligent. Yeah, buddy. We'll go over here to my wine cap mushroom bed, one of them, and see some wine caps popping off in here, guys. That's what's up. Boom. Beautiful mushrooms right here, ripe for the picking. I'm gonna have to come and get these on the way back from the mid-July farm tour. Check it out. We got some white ones popping up. We got some diversity popping up. So we got food popping off all around here in the farm in the beautiful North Country. It's mid-July. The weather has been kind of weird. It's been really cold at night, and we've been getting rains, periodic rains, and we're dialed in to the right kind of weather trajectories here. Because if you plant with the rain, when the signs are in the rain, then you get in a good weather pattern. And you can check out our tomatoes in the greenhouse. Doing really good in this greenhouse, considering that it was completely blown into a mangled mass of metal a few months ago. So we got the tomatoes trellised, got the cucumbers trellised, and some cucumber beetle traps in there, those yellow sticky pieces of paper. And so, yeah, buddy, plenty of stuff going on in the greenhouse. This is Wendy's domain. I don't spend too much time in here. And over here behind me, we got our experimental red sweet corn, our midnight snack sweet corn, and a few different experimental and heirloom varieties in there. So check it out. Nice healthy sweet corn. And the bean patch I just showed you, trellising up the bean patch on the other side of the hoop house, and this is where the beans were last year. We're in our rotation following the beans with corn, and we got a lot of volunteer beans, so we're just letting them go, letting things grow as they want to. We're getting a nice stand in our little sweet corn patch. We don't really grow that much sweet corn as the different bigger farms do in this area. Sweet corn is a huge crop for people. A lot of the folks in New England, they really like to buy summer produce more than they do in other times of the year, and sweet corn is one of the big sellers at farm stands, and we don't grow it. We don't grow a lot of it. It really depletes the soil. It feeds on the soil a lot, and we don't play around with it too much because we don't want to be using any chemical fertilizer. So that's why we keep it small and keep it heritage, stick to those traditional varieties. Over here, we're in the back 40 now. Check it out behind me. I just crossed the bridge. Things get a little bit rougher in the back 40, but this is our blueberry patch, and one of our blueberry patches, and check it out. We're starting to get some blueberries. So raspberry season is in full effect. Blueberries are just coming in, and yeah, buddy, we'll have to fill our freezer with these blueberries, sell some to our customers, not let the birds and the bears get too many that they think they're running the show around here. We don't want that going on. We gotta maintain some sort of semblance of order and control on our own farm and homestead, right guys? Yeah, buddy, that's what I'm talking about. So out here on the back 40, it's beautiful, and I've been spending a lot of time back here in our Abenaki Flint cornfield over there, and man, stuff with our bigger crops. The growing season is just strange this year. It's been really cold. I don't know what happened to that global warming that was around a few years ago that we keep hearing about through the mainstream media, but we could use some of it because we've got some kind of stunted crops, if I'm being honest, back here, and dealing with a lot of weed pressure because the crops aren't filling out as fast as they normally would be. So lots of weed problems, and I just got in here to the potato patch. You can see we got a nice stand on the potatoes, and I tilled in between the rows to get ready to bring the hiller through to hill up these potatoes. So yeah, buddy, getting some work in. And our bean patch over here, man, it's taken a lot of hours every week to get in here and get the lamb's quarters out, and we really need to get better about cover cropping in the fall. And sometimes we get burnt out doing this farming stuff, the long hours, low pay, and sometimes it's just about quitting time in the fall, and some of the fields get out of control. And last year we didn't get around to cover cropping, And a lot of lamb's quarters grew as a weed last year in our fields, and they're really bad this year. So we'll show you some of them and how got these ones that are growing a little bit, pretty easy to pull out at this stage, but they'll just germinate and pop up every few days. And you really got to keep on top of the lamb's quarters because they can grow the size of trees, and they'll take all of your fertilizer, all of your nutrient from the soil, steal from the plants. We're trying to grow beans here, not lamb's quarters. Come on, guys. Get with the program. But we're just having to get in here and do 8 to 10 hours a week of weeding in these fields, or else these lamb's quarters are gonna get out of control. We ain't gonna use no herbicides out here. That's not how we roll, guys. Come on now. But yeah, lots of work. Always lots of work out here on the farm, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. But we're gonna have lots of beans. King's kidney beans, baby. We got to keep the deer out too, but we haven't had too much deer pressure, and we can see we got some bean blossoms. That's what I'm talking about. Bill Monroe got a song about that. The Bean Blossom Special. That's what I'm talking about, guys. So we out here in the back 40 working hard, trying to keep on top of them weeds. And my Abenaki Flint cornfield is coming along, guys, but I gotta say I was a little worried with all the cold nights. A few weeks ago we had a night here in the beautiful North Country where it was 42 degrees out, and my corn was all yellowed out, burnt on the edges, and was only about ankle high. So the ubiquitous rule of thumb for the cornfield is knee high by 4th of July. I'm just about there in the middle of July, but you know, we gotta keep hoping, keep spiritual, keep spirits high. Don't give up on that mystical Abenaki corn, that native corn. And guys, the manual cornfields, they don't look like them GMO cornfields you see on the side of the road. These are a lot more folksy, if you know what I mean. And you gotta get in here using your hands and using your tools, and you gotta work in these cornfields. There's no hitting the easy button, spraying with chemicals, spraying with herbicides, pesticides. We don't do none of that out here, guys. And shout out to the Danish farmers over there, sticking it to the World Economic Forum and the land grabbers, and you know, not just kowtowing to these internationalist thugs like we see all over the world. So shout out to the Danish farmers. I'm gonna put a link below to a website, danishuprising.com, where people can follow and get some real news about the land grabbing and the people, these evil people in the world that want to see everyone starve and try to do it in the name of environmentalism. Well, it's not a very environmentalist move to starve people around the world. And you know, 70% of the atmosphere is nitrogen. So yeah, you can't be starving people in the name of nitrogen emissions. The jig is up, so full support to the Danish farmers. And here we get to the best part of that back 40 farm tour. Get to feed the pigs. It's the funnest part of the day. We got, what do we got here? We got some pretty Idaho pasture pig and red wattle cross, And man, they're hungry tonight, and they're about 3x the size that they are when I first made a video about the perfect pastured pig pen. And yeah, they're doing good. The brown one here is Petunia. She's a pretty girl. Then we got Hamlet. I was trying to not call him Hamilton. But yeah, they're ready for that fourth male baby. Yeah! And they really are nice pigs, although they're pretty savage about the food. But check them out, they're growing up good. And yeah, that's about 3x, man. It's better than that inflated currency, which is going down. We want to turn some profits, right? We want to see that number go up. But yeah, numbers go up when you're feeding pigs, right? But yeah, buddy, that middle of the summer farm tour, baby. Feeding them pigs, and I feed them. They get a bucket full of grain in the morning. Then the middle of the day, I feed them waste from our farm stand. So when stuff doesn't sell on the farm stand or any of the markets we're doing, that's why we have the pigs. Zero waste. It's all food for them pigs, and that's what we're talking about. The pigs go full ham for our food. A lot of times the pigs are a lot more friendly and respectful than the customers, but that's just how life goes, guys. So give it up for Petunia, give it up for Hamlet. They're doing their thing out here, keeping us waste free. So we go grain in the morning, produce for lunch, and then top them off with some grain in the evening. That fourth meal, that's what I'm talking about. And they're always foraging in pasture for food as well. So they're getting plenty, getting some weight on them, getting nice and fattened up, living the good life out here in the beautiful North Country. So that's about it for today, guys. Showed you berry mania, our raspberries, blueberries, our bean patch, inside the hoop house, our little sweet corn plot. Gave an update on the corn, beans, and potatoes in the back 40. And yeah, buddy, that's about it for now. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Till next time, this has been the Spent Man, coming to you from the beautiful North Country. Live free, baby. Woo!